この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Princess Tutu, episode 16. So, last week, a lot happened in last week's episode, but before we get into any of that, I just want to make a really weird side note. I opened last week's episode just to skim through it, to check up on everything that happened, because, again, a lot happened and we need to go through some of it. But I opened it up and I didn't, because I was being lazy about it, I didn't switch the audio track to the Japanese from the English. And so I skimmed through it and just discovered how utterly and absurdly different the entire show is with an English dub. It's so weird. Like, the cat Neko-sensei has the weirdest, this is my voice and I'm your cat sensei teacher. And then Muto is actually got a pretty low voice, and he's a really solid dude who's just hi, I'm Muto and I don't have any feelings. It was just kind of bonkers and a super weird experience to completely experience all these characters in ways that don't line up with their characters, so I'm a little bit reeling from that. Anyway, that has nothing to do with what we actually watched last week. So I decided to go through and try and, take stock of where all our characters are. Drosselmeyer's fucking around in Fuck-Aroundville because he's Drosselmeyer and he does whatever the hell he wants. Fakir has been recently vilified in public and shamed for something that he didn't do, which is to push the crown prince of the school, Muto, out of his fucking window, because that seems like something that the obviously abusive Fakir would do, and just, everybody's just jumping on that train and beating on Fakir now, so that's pretty great. We'll see how he deals with that. Is he gonna be allowed to stay at school? Also, I find the staff's whole response to him potentially pushing another student out of a window in a fit of passion, I guess is how they're justifying it, as a little bit weird. I think maybe that calls for at least a suspension or something. But anyway, I'm not trying to say that that should be what they're doing. It's just a weird situation. But it keeps getting compounded because now Ru and Muto are kind of hanging out on the same squad, or at least, helping each other actively put Fakir into situations where he will reveal his true self and let down the mask in front of everyone else, which is to say that they're framing him for events that he is not controlling and is not being a bad person about, because he's actually a good boy. It's pretty fucked. It's great. Awesome. On to Ru, another pretty fucked character who is just screwed right now. So she's got a seriously abusive relationship with her father person, who is also a deity-level bad guy, literally the big bad evil guy of a book, and a giant raven who is monstrous. Yeah, that's going badly. It's going well for her. Her plans are working, but that's not a good thing, and she knows that that's not a good thing, and is a weird sort of unwilling villain sort of situation going on. Muto, this is the biggest one from last week's episode, because we've been kind of in this limbo over, okay, so he got his heart shard soaked in the blood of badness, literally the blood of his narrative and mortal enemy, the evil raven thing that kills everything, and that his whole internal purpose is to destroy that creature. So we put the blood of evilness inside the good boy prince and things get real weird. And now he seems to need human sacrifices for reasons. I know that it has some vague link to getting the Raven King free. I'm not sure what Muto justifies his need of human sacrifices as, but this seems to be it might be our new serial arc, which is a weird thing if you spell cereal in your head with a C, and then it's an arc of cereal. Anyway, it's this might be the thing. Muto captures the heart of some person in school, and they just go zany faced and walk over to him, and he's yeah, come on, come die to me, it'll be great. And Ahiru shows up to stop him or something, I don't really know. And then Ahiru, our little duckbird girl, she's kind of basically playing detective right now, and one of the big standout things about last week's episode was sort of how focused on being a part of her perspective the entire episode was. It makes me feel like we're really doing the investigative work on the Ahiru side, to try and figure out what the hell is going on here and put the pieces into some kind of arrangement where she can go like, oh, this is the thing that I need to do to be a hero, and therefore I will do it. Because at the moment, it's fucking crazy, and human sacrifices and things are obviously something that we probably want to stop, but getting a full picture of the whole picture seems like the move. All right, that's what I came away from the previous week's episode with. Also, poor Neko-sensei is still, like, sewing up his beloved, precious, fucked up shoes that he, identifies with a powerful speech that he got from Yazinski. Gosh, this show is weird. Let's watch the next episode and see if it gets any weirder. I'm sure it won't get any weirder. Yeah, alright. Also, I'm gonna rearrange my lights because I've realized that it's gonna get super glary in here as the sun, like, changes in this. Yeah, okay. I'll cut here and then we'll do a beep beep timer, okay? Okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Alright. Let's go! Princess Tutu, episode 16. 2 versions. Picture version. Description. Timer version. YouTube. Beep beep timer. Let's go. Is this gonna be Lilia? Oh. Ooh, that's a little... I see the thorns. Yeah. Okay. Oh, geez. I don't know what it is about that one, but that one, like, kind of shook me. Alright. Something about that idea of, like, wanting one thing and therefore eliminating all things that are not that thing strikes a chord, and I'm not sure how. It's just there's like a funk to it. I wonder if it lines up with a ballet that I just don't recognize. That seems pretty likely. All right, rainy, gray, terrible day. Okay. This is Muto's room, right? Oh no, this is Rue's room. Ha ha ha. Jesus, that's an isolating shot. The Maiden's Prayer. Yeah, but... Oh, geez. I mean, not oh, geez, but oh, geez. Yes! Yes! Keep asking questions, Tutu. Well, you're gonna have to fight. Sorry. Oh, Jesus. Just a little bit. Just went from completely blind infatuation with no justification. Oh, God. Except that he... Oh, wait, no, that's... Wait, what? Okay. Oh, God. I mean... I ship it. Yeah, of course not. Uh-huh. Is it Muto? Fuck that. Do not engage. Oh, Jesus. Stop saying divine, everybody. Cool. Uh-huh. Yeah, don't rejoice at all, actually. Oh, God. Bye. Yep. They actually nailed that joke. Oh. Ah. This is a really weird episode so far. I'm really curious about who's in charge of this one, because this one's really weird feeling. Like, what? Yeah, she's fine, right? Yeah, okay. Ah, yes, the veil falls! Rue is not home anymore. Oh, bye. Yeah, it's almost like that hasn't stopped. Yeah. Go find Fakir. Go have a talk here with Fakir, please. Oh, Jesus, it's the flower-loving girl. What the fuck? Oh no, and she's dancing. She's gonna be the ballet contest winner person. Her hair is awesome. I'm in love. I give up. Damn right you are. Alright, she's the best. She doesn't care. Yeah. Cool. Priorities. Sure. Yeah. Waiting for the shoe to drop here. Ooh. What? What is standing on top of your head right now or something? Yeah, what? Did we just get an animal companion? What the fuck? What the fuck? Wait, that hair color. What the fuck? Edel? Edel. I have no idea how, or why, or what. What? Oh no. No, she's pure. Stop it. Fuck off, Muto. Get the fuck out of here. No. No. You can't have my new Norwegian waifu. You can't have her. Get the fuck away. this shot. What the fuck? Let's not do that. No. No. Nope. Mm-mm. Well, there is. It's her. Oh, no. She's innocent and pure and hasn't actually, like, engaged with the kind of thoughts. Oh, fuck off, dude! No! Yeah, it's a little familiar. We're just going for it right now? Alright. It's interesting. Yeah, don't let it go further. Fuck yeah. Except... No, of course not. She's great. Alright, why are we condensing a full episode into half the episode now? Whoa. Whoa. I don't know, man. Yeah. Did she just fall over? Is she? Oh, God. Oh, no. Tell me she's okay, right? Oh, God. No. Oh, fuck you. I'm so mad. They managed to, like, make me really care about this wonderfully pure person instantly, and then just fuck all of you. Great. Let's do it. Rather not. Nobody's gonna do that, buddy. Nobody. Not one of these people will actually. Hello. Oh, Jesus, he's all still. Oh, God. Nobody wants that, dude. Ugh. 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 Has already been decided. Nah. That was pretty close. Oh, hey, bud. Hi. What? Wait, do you know? Yeah, alright, he knows. Or at least now he does. What the fuck? What happened to the show? This is so different. Sure is. Oh, well, there we go. Oh, rip. I was kind of hoping that she had, like, some of her soul, because that would be really cool. Fuck. That is exactly what happened. Wow. What a whiplash of emotion from that hilarious goofy scene to this shit. She does. Thanks. And whiplash right back. What the fuck? Please explain what you mean. Oh, you know, you just did the giant bird thing. It was like, hey, sacrifice yourself, and yeah. So now he's gonna think that it'll make her suffer more to know the truth? Fuck! She played that so well, didn't she? Good. Cool. I don't really know how to feel about this thing. That's kind of terrible, but also kind of amazing. I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about Yuzura yet, now. What? 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 Alright, and here we go with Freya. And the runner-up is the sloth. Nope, you're fucked, dude. Fuck off. No, please stop talking about that teenage girl's lovely fragrance. That's a little weird. Please, no. Oh, God. Okay. And only then, right? Fuck you. Not gonna happen. Not gonna work. Whoa, oh, that's a little pushy, bud. But okay. Oh my god. Yeah, there are adults watching this, right? They're seeing this? Oh god. And sloth. What an asshole, man. You will marry literally anybody except her. Fuck off. Oh no. No. No, not inside her beautiful garden. Don't you fuck with her garden. Oh. Ugh. Alright, let's go fix this shit. I don't want Freya to die right now, so... Like, fuck it. The world can end in whatever, as long as that girl is safe. I'm happy. Yep, still Tutu. Okay, it's gotten stronger. Oh, God. It's for your own good, girl. Toxic, baby. Toxic. Yeah! Let's just throttle him. But, exactly. Thank you. I'm so glad that that was done that way. Good. A wide variety of all kinds of flowers. For everyone to be happy. Yep. Nicely done. Yeah, and stay away from her. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Actually, that's entirely true. You have been an accessory to the plan. And that could break you. And no, he didn't, and he should have. And now all of our trust is shattered. Wow! That was brilliantly done by Rue. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Good. I'm so glad that she said yes there. Well... Well... Not if he consumes the soul of a maiden, it seems. No, but maybe. I don't... Oh! It makes me so mad. It makes me so mad sometimes, man. Ah! Why is Drosselmeyer such a fucking asshole? Bits of Edel? But it doesn't have her, like, any... I don't buy that. I don't buy that yet. I think it's got something of Edel in it. Like, it's alive, is the main thing that is of Edel in it. It lives, right? Like... It's a large hoof. Okay, good. No spoilerinos. Love it. Great. Wow. I like this episode a lot. Um, I there are a few things that I want to mention, like as broad overall things. Uh, One, I like Freya as a character. She's really simple, and I think that as a whole, this episode in particular is rather simple. In terms of its like serial narrative, the thing that's in a box. Uh, quick and snappy in certain ways. I also like the way that this episode flows. It's kind of whiplashy at certain points, but man, it felt like a lot was going down very, very quickly, particularly in the first half of this episode. I mean, we get to the same point that we were at with PK in last week's episode at the end of that episode, right? So Muto has seen and spoken to this girl, chosen her as his prey, effectively, lured her somewhere to be alone, and then done the initial convincing speech situation. And we burst in and stop it at that point. But the plan is still afoot, and so it still comes around later. Whoa. So that happened quickly. And then it's not like that's all that the first half of the episode is dedicated to. Like, we spend a significant period of time with Tutu feeling alone, Tutu again investigating things the way that she was detectivifying last week, but this time it's like she's coming up empty. She's coming up, she's losing it. She's not catching the thread or getting closer to it. And then from this like dread and literally existential crisis, why do I exist and what is the purpose of my story, we jump from there straight into just walks and mornings with PK and Lilie, talk about Muto and stuff and all of this, and like I guess we're all into the fact that Fakir is a bad boy or something. I don't know, but he's now staying at his home place because he's not going to fucking school, is he? I don't know. But then there are all these little bits of wonderful animation that are even beyond what we normally get for fun stuff. I think this particular sequence here, where we get the thick line work on everything, is really kind of gorgeous. Like, the way that it occurs is that we stop, we remove out the bright and fluffy background into darkness, into a dark gradient. Want a battle? What? You can't. And then she like full on DBZ power-ups with the power of really cool cartoony line art, and then explodes that force outward, causing it to occur on them as well. What? This cut is amazing. I just want to say, this is just gorgeous. And it's using and leveraging a particular set of techniques that just doesn't get used for this that often. You'll see in certain shonen that you'll get block-lined characters or thick-lined characters for little gag bits or little inserts where a character is like, no, don't do that. Yeah, you know, yeah, it doesn't matter. But man, this is kind of next level in the way that it's done, and then the yellowish lines of stuff that bloom out from it's just a really interesting sequence. And there are a couple of different really interesting sequences like that over the course of the episode. And then there's this shit happening, and we just listened to half of the school's population of all of the females in the school just be like, wow, how divine. Wow, aren't they divine? This is so divine. Oh god, I wish I were injured so that Muto would carry me. And we just have to sit here and just be like, no, they're fucked. This is toxic and bad, but they're able to put on this front of being great. It's almost like there's some level of commentary on, the appearances of other people, and the seeming health of and happiness of a particular relationship may not actually be indicative of what's going on under the surface, especially if those individuals find themselves in a position of authority where other people are always observing them. It can be really tempting to put up a front of no, everything's awesome in our love life. It's great, when it's not, as one sometimes does if you're heart got soaked in evilness, and she's actively trying to convert you to save herself and her father, but it seems more like save herself from her father, and it's real toxic on multiple degrees in multiple ways. Yeah, whatever. Nothing too fun going on here. Nothing great. Okay. And then, of course, like, they know that this divine thing is a thing that they're doing, so they have Neko-sensei pop in with divine news, and then, pow, here, exposition dump. This episode is so weird because at some points in the episode, it feels so natural in its flow, and then other points are like, wow, that was a brutally, blanket, like, not bland, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, brutally obvious exposition moment. Like this, or the time that we flash back to Rue, which I want to talk about because I think it's great narratively, but it's a weird moment to just be like, by the way, if you forgot, Rue visited Fakir and told him that this is a thing that she did, and he knows. So when he actively chooses not to tell Ahiru right now, you should be picking up on that. It's just a little bit strange. And I'm not trying to criticize it for being strange, it's just a little strange. And then, yeah, don't rejoice yet, just yet. As though, don't rejoice just yet, as though he understands that literally nobody wants to date you. Kit Kat Sensei? Seriously, what the fuck? Alright, because of the little, like, mini rant that I did at the beginning of this discussion, at the very beginning, about voices, I just want to show you what I mean about Neko-sensei's voice, because it's something else.
Ladies, I haven't... Don't rejoice yet, ladies, I haven't finished. The runner-up will have the incredibly desirable opportunity to be my partner.
What? That's the voice that we went for him. Yeah, sure. Like, a part of the joke around this character in the dub is that he speaks relatively normally and confidently until he goes on an absolute tear about somebody marrying him, and then through that we sort of reveal his deeply seated insecurities. Like, that's the joke around the character. So if you give him fucking the voice of a semi-British prep school student with an almost lisp that's super weird, and he's just that nerdy guy, then it doesn't make any sense to have that joke. He's just a creepy cat sensei. Like, that... Bad dub. Bad dub. No. Bad dub. Okay. And then it, like, super nails this joke by having everyone just gone at the point that he looks up and sees, and we get the whooshes of wind going by and everything, and they nail this joke, and then they double down on it even harder with him literally saying out loud, I am choosing to interpret this terrible slight against my desire to marry one of my students, which is also horrifying, by the way. I'm actively going to choose to interpret this that you all really want that and not that you hate me. Such a weird character, man. Such a strange fucking cat thing. I don't even... Oh, man. And then there's the other bit with Neko-sensei in this episode where, like, the most consistent character trait that he has is that he is willing and happy to marry anybody except for the fucking goat lady he was not into. He was not into, I think, Gotilda was her name or something. And he explained that one away. But then he's got this very willing, very interested sloth girl who really wants his cat dick, and he turns her down. It's almost like Neko-sensei's hyper fucking racist against animal people, which are like a normal part of this world. And he's just like desperate for anyone to marry him as long as they're not an animal person, you know, like he is. Maybe he's got some internalized issues with his own catness. Like, what the fuck, man? I'm sorry for vibing too much on the Neko-sensei stuff, but what the fuck, man? There's some weird things going on in that guy's life, and I really feel like we should get a petition together to get this guy some therapy. I think he needs to talk to a relationship counselor, or just, like, a counselor, or, I don't know, like, any adult Are there other teachers at this school? Is he the principal as well? Like, what is the it doesn't, it's a fantasy land. It doesn't matter. He's a cat who's obsessed with, I can't, I'm working myself up into a frenzy about a fictional cat creature who's entirely a gag character built around... Okay. We're just gonna leave it be. We're just gonna leave Neko-sensei be for now, and, that's it. Just gonna leave it. Okay. Alright, so, where's the little cut of just her little hair bob thing running off into the woods? I think that was super cute, wherever it was. I don't know where it was, though. Oh, yeah, right here. Alright. Boop. The visual storytelling in this episode is so, like... It's so on, and it was from that really early scene where I said, like, oh, this is a fucking interestingly isolating shot, because it is. It's like a hyper-isolating shot of Ahiru down here in this hallway. Just like, wow. It's really, really isolating. That's all I got for it. It's a crushed shot. It's crazy. But it's way more than that. Like, it's fish-eyed out, and everything, like, even these doors loom as though that there are horrible possibilities behind any and all of them. It's great. Like, there's an eye for composition over the course of this episode that I think is worth pointing out. And also for our detective storytelling to sort of start to actually go somewhere as she starts to discover some really terrible things like that, and then randomly wanders across the Freya, who is just actively dancing, fucking sprinkling water on beautiful flowers with her literally knee-length gorgeous hair, and is the most beautiful character in the show, period. Sorry. No, she's not, but just this moment of, like, you walk into a clearing out of the forest, and there's just a beautiful fucking lady, literally so enamored with spreading joy and life and like, nurturing living things, that she is on her own without being told to, just, like, dancing, because that's fun for her, is the coolest thing. It's just so cool, and I don't know. I feel like I should try to be more like Freya sometimes, because she's got it going on. She knows what's up. She's got her life fucking figured out in ways that I definitely don't. I too wish one day to be that utterly just content with the world, that dancing around sprinkling flowers with water seems like the way to spend my time. It's just amazing, and I love her. So yeah, we meet this girl. She's the best, and I completely agree. And also, just the way that she interacts with Ahiru, where Ahiru is, like, super obviously freaking out about how beautiful this person is. And I mean beautiful this person is, like, regardless of physical attraction or sexual appeal. It's just like, you're a beautiful person, and somebody needs to tell you that. She's obviously doing that, but, like, then her immediate response is like, oh, you're talking about the flowers that I work hard on, which just sort of compounds the you're a beautiful fucking person, and marry me? Yeah, so Ahiru slides on into her DMs, and I actually want to see how we do the blur on that, because it looks like just a blur. Yeah, okay. So they didn't smearify this frame, they blurred through it, which is really unique, because normally you don't do blurs in animation too much, but they just put it on ones and actually blurred it. It's so fun. Like, she freezes in place, zips over, hits this pose, and then all of her, like, clothing and hair and stuff move. Ah, super fun. Okay, did you grow all these flowers? Hell yes. And she just dances around being fucking beautiful, and it's amazing. Priorities. And yeah, wouldn't it be wonderful if the world were full of flowers? And, of course, Ahiru hits her back with the Freya-san is what's wonderful. And at this point, I just want the entire, like, drama around Muto and Ru and all that shit to just go away, so that I can have an alternate universe version of this entire show that from this point forward is just a Yuri romance show about Ahiru slowly realizing that she's super gay for Freya, and them handling that together. Like that's what I'm here for now. Fuck this Raven shit. Fuck the fact that the fate of this storybook world rests on Ahiru's shoulders and all this dramatic terribleness that's going on. I just want a Yuri romance manga about them, and I'm content. I'll be happy. Okay, so we need to stop talking about Freya, and because we like legit transition through this weird fade out zoom, which shows that Ahiru is still thinking about this as she's walked somewhere else. And, yeah, let's introduce a fucking mascot character who was definitely not here before. And that hair color, though. And those little bloops on the hair. And the fact that you know about the ducktail. And all of that stuff. Yeah. This is a thing that's happening now. And, I really don't know how to feel about it. I do think that the gwa in response to the quacks is the cutest thing, though. I had to point that out as soon as I knew that one was happening. Gwa! And then we see that it still has, like... So he said there's no Edel memories in there, but one, it's alive, right? Like... Or it winds up and does... It exists and moves around on its own, apparently. It is an existing, probably sentient entity, right? Which means that whatever force was animating Edel before, you know, her, like, soul, is still there. Now, it could have lost all her memories, but, like... Seems like its purpose is still there, right? Like, maybe there's something left in there, especially considering that, well, I know that its outfit and things looking like Edel's come from it being part of her, but, like, why does it have the instinct to do the drumming thing and, like, make a music, like a little music box thing, like, you know, like its mom or self? When a phoenix dies... and then is reborn in flames, is it its own parent? Or is it just the same phoenix? This whole situation kind of freaks me out. I don't know how to reconcile this tiny, cute, extremely intrusive and nosy with absolutely zero sense of, like... shame, or the shame that other people might feel if you go and pull their panties off randomly from behind them while they're at school. Oh god, whatever. I don't know, man. I don't know. So then we transition over here. Woo! She's great. I love her. We get this one cut where she does the spinny thing with the face up real close, and it's just beautiful. I think that the way that it's shaded is awesome for this spinning cut. Just really cool. Really nice. Yeah, and then of course, fucking Creepo boy, Creepo Epo boy is gonna do this thing. Yeah. Okay, so this is a really interesting shot. I think it's just different and weird as a viewpoint shot. There are other things that are like, thanks to her, I was late and now I have detention. It's like, oh, that's why you're here. That explains why you're running into here. And then it's this. Okay. So yeah, we just co-opt her goals and dreams real fast. By, like, you know, really, really creepily stating that you'll put your abilities together and make bloom some kind of flower. Side note that flowers blooming is... like, innuendo for a woman becoming not a young girl anymore, right? So I don't know if that's intentional here, but it feels like it's kind of intentional here, and it's pretty creepy, and I don't like it. Also, don't like the cornering her, like, near the wall situation here, and the like, weird, horrifying possessiveness. And then I really, really don't like the, like, deep-seated, insecurity leading into questioning the ideals of someone who has been shown and expressed to us to be genuinely that good and that innocent and that pure, and then just being like, you don't really, like, you go do bad stuff sometimes, right? Like, you're not really just a good person, right? You're normal like the rest of us, right? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, Muto. There's no one in the world with such a beautiful heart that they want to make the world happy with dancing and flowers. Even you believe that, don't you? I don't really, you're a little bit close to me right now. Could you maybe leave? I don't feel comfortable at the moment. It kind of feels like you're gonna rape me, and I'd rather you didn't, so get the fuck out! Ugh, it's so skeezy. I hate it. And then like, after incepting the idea of doubts about her identity, he then does the like, oh no, it's okay, you can always come to me for the compassion and empathy that you need when you're dealing with this obviously really difficult struggle for you that I just invented out of whole cloth and then put into your brain. Oh! It kills me. It kills me. This kills the Teeaboo. This kills me. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And then it turns into, you're different from everybody else and should rejoice in the like power that you have just from being near me, and also I'll give it to you. What? Oh, it's so twisted. And then we get into the classic stuff, which is love only me and regard everyone else with hatred, and we get to figure everything out in our brain space because, yeah, it makes perfect sense. And then we just go for it. We're not gonna let this stand, and I'm down. I'm here for that. Yeah. Yeah, no, does not want to hate people. Yeah, but Muto wants it, so yeah, exactly. That's mostly the problem here. And we're in this really interesting situation where we can't help Muto at the moment. We can't. We absolutely have to prioritize saving these girls, and we cannot help him. Even though helping or preventing him from going and doing this again is, like, really important. I think that's a really interesting conundrum, and I wonder if it's going to become, I don't know, more front and center. Like, sometimes you can't help people. That's just true. Like, sometimes people are so broken inside, or so toxic, or so genuinely fucked up, that you can't do anything about it. And that would be a really interesting place to take this story. Like, what if Muto's gets to the point where he's actually been so poisoned that he, the objectively good person inside, the prince who was written to be objectively a good person, right? And sacrifice himself to save his world. What if we can't help him? And we have to, like, kill him? Because that happens to people. Like, you can get really fucked up by all kinds of things in your life and completely... I don't know. It's an interesting thought. To be clear, I haven't thought about that on a super deep level, and I'm not terribly comfortable with trying to explore that idea, but I am going to make a note of it, just like this idea of people beyond help. Because I think that we could say, like, again, I don't really want to get into it, but at what point does an individual human being become, like, irredeemable? Is it when they take a particular action? I think we would all agree that, like, someone who kills someone else is pretty close to irredeemable, but at the same time, like, somebody who actively premeditated a murder could also spend, like, 60 years in prison reading philosophy texts and coming to a complete and full understanding that what they did was wrong and why, and be, like, a useful, thoughtful person, even if they're stuck in prison, right? So there's, like, I don't know. It's an interesting conundrum. It has to do with, like, the will to change and the will to improve. Huh. But then, of course, we're in a fictional situation where, like, a literal toxin that turns you evil has been placed inside this boy, and he's struggling against it, but he's not winning? Ah. That's a complicated philosophical issue. Yeah, let's not go into that anymore. Great. Good. Solid. I hope that you've enjoyed this little crisis of whatever. It's been fun. I do also want to see this sequence where these flowers shatter, because I think it is one of the first obvious examples of CG being used in Princess Tutu, and I think it is. Yeah, I'm almost certain that those block things are a CG shatter effect. Yeah, they are. Totally. That's pretty interesting, pretty strange. Cool. Okay. I don't really have like a that's good or that's bad about that. It just exists. And yeah, then oh god. Then we move over here where they are just embracing naked and creepily, and I don't like it. It's, oh god. It's also important to just note that, like, there's a pretty clear line of hurt people here, with Rue getting this whole, like, you're mine, and you literally are, from, you know, Raven Dad, and then turning that into this kind of horrifyingly infatuated, like, become mine and mine alone, hate everybody else, everyone else is your enemy sort of situation, which then gets handed to Muto and pretty directly handed on to everyone else that he encounters, right? Love me alone, hate everyone else, all that jazz. Yay! I've structured my story so that my protagonist doesn't know what she's fighting against. Wahahaha. Great. Good, I guess. Good job, buddy. Sounds like... Alright. Sure. Great. Alright, so, yeah, we do see all their expressions. I think that a part of the idea here is that, like, they don't have it naturally, right? They're all trying too hard is part of the thing that goes on here, because we show the teachers or whatever. Oh gosh, we have to get into this scene too. But a little bit later, the teachers are like, they'll dance all right, but they don't have the expressions down. So I don't think any of them can really be the winner. And then the biggest difference that Freya has is that she's like expressing herself naturally, because this is naturally who she is, and she's naturally that fucking awesome, you know? So, yeah. I don't know if that's an element here of, like, trying too desperately being something that kind of disqualifies you, but, yeah. And hell. And, okay. So that occurs, and then we have, where is Fakir? And then we run into this. Have a really goofy sequence that brings us back to the whole, like, well, Ahiru ends up naked when she goes duck and gets back, and, yep, yeah, then we just twist this doll's head around completely. Oh, fuck. It's pretty fun. And the awkwardness sets in, and I kind of love the Fakir trying to be all bashful and, like, keep himself averted. It makes a lot of sense, and, you know, it's good. It's good. You know, unlike some major protagonists in anime who think that the best way to make up with their girlfriend is by just putting their face near her butt and being like, your butt's getting bigger. Thanks, Yusuke. You really got it down, dude. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Anyway, I was sorry. Okay, so Charon made her out of the... Okay. So we go from that really goofy sequence to, man... Edel sure did sacrifice ourselves, and we should be pretty grateful about that. Full-on serious time. And then from there, we whiplash again into fucking this again. Whoop, whoop. And then the Fakir in the corner thing. Like, I'm over here giggling at goofy jokes, and then we have just like a bomb drop, and then we're back to giggling at goofy jokes. Super weird. Don't have a problem with it, but super weird. I do have a little bit of a problem with this. Actually, I have a couple of problems. Narratively, my problem is with Fakir not telling her. Structurally, my problem is kind of that Ahiru comes in and, like, we know this information is the case, and then we just, like, repeat show it so that, you know, You definitely know it, you know? But then there's something that kind of redeems the whole sequence for me, which is that in the context of this episode in particular, this is a play, and it's a good play. I mean, it's the enemy team winning, so it's bad, but it's well played, and we can respect that. The play here, if I did tell her that, I could make Tutu suffer, couldn't I? Which then incepts the idea that if you tell her, it will also make her suffer. Wahaha. So don't tell her. And then that's exactly what we do. That is a great play. That means that Ru controls the context in which that information is revealed. And by doing so, means that she can be very clear that Ahiru had a hand in Muto's corruption and stuff. Like, oh yeah, you should have looked at that gem more closely. If only you'd had better perception, you would have noticed that you were being used by me and, yeah, whatever. But you have a moral issue now, haha, and you're part of this. It's great. Obviously it's fucked up, but it's great. And then Edel-san, I don't get it, Zura. Jesus. Yeah, so the dances adequate, but their expressions just don't work. It's like, wow. It's almost like dancing is hard. And then Sloth Girl exists. Super into you, dude. And then she does the thing, and she's fucking amazing, and everybody knows it, because, yeah, no shit. And then just the expression, right? Important. And that is the moment that we whip over here to Bad Land of Bad Places, and gigantic raven man talking about underage girls, and their fragrance. Yes, indeed. Fuck. Yeah, and, you know, the usual, like, push-pulley stuff of, like, one day you'll be rewarded. Maybe. You know, maybe. And then we jump from that abusive relationship to the sparking possibility of a semi-toxic relationship as Fakir lets this absolute gem slip when Ahiru gives him, like, some legitimate concerns. Like, hey, but what if we just, like, talk to Muto? Maybe he's actually okay? And he hits her with, you just need to do what I tell you. Whoa! Buddy! 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 No. No. Listen to the lady, please. Jesus. No, of course, he just doesn't... He knows that talking to Muto isn't going to fix this, because Muto has been genuinely corrupted by forces beyond our control. So, you know, you could express that. That would be good. Oh, wait, you've decided not to because you think you might hurt Ahiru, but then you're actually going to hurt her a lot more by not doing that. Oh, dude. Oh, you did the thing. Damn. It's like there was a narrative trap set up for you, and you just kind of were like, yeah, let's go. Fuck yeah, screw up everything. Great. Real great. Okay, so everything goes bad, and this thing happens, and then we fuck with her flowers and stuff, and it's awful. And I hate it. And then we dance with her, and it's great, and I love it. And then Fakir just tries to, like, convince the Muto somehow? I don't know. Okay, so it's at this point where I felt like we were almost going to fuck up. But then we didn't, and I want to express why I thought that and how we didn't, and how we might have. Because what we're doing here is a demonstration of a particular form of toxicity and emotional abuse, which is the co-opting of someone else's values and the psychological linking of those values to the abusive party, which in this case is Muto and Freya and her love of flowers, right? So the issue that I thought might occur here, and does not, but that I thought might occur, was Princess Tutu says, weren't flowers your hope, your prayer, your wish, and questions whether her love is real. At which point, Freya says, yes, you're right, that is what I hope, want, and pray for. Now, the thing here is that Muto has now co-opted your actual goals and stuff, right? She believes now that being with Muto is the thing that leads to more flowers in the universe, right? And so, duh, I love flowers. you can no longer use her initial values as, like, the primary thing to break her out of this toxic emotional and psychological state, because there have been neural pathways drawn between the things that she cares about and this horrible person who now is associated in her mind with those things. And brilliant play on his part. Great. No, we need to separate her in her mind, her love for flowers, from her love for Muto, you know? Because they're separate things. So I was kind of afraid that we were just going to get, yes, that's what I want, that's what I pray for. You're right. This is not the way. Instead, what we do, which matters deeply to me, in terms of, like, making this a semi-realistic portrayal, again, in a fictional world where there are cat people and shit, and Muto's like a bird thing. Fiction, you discount parts of it, but other parts of it matter more? Yeah. I was afraid that we were just gonna, like, let that be. And we don't. And I'm really proud of the show for that. For honing in more specifically on the problem, which is that this isn't real and this isn't right, and there's something wrong with that linkage in your brain space, you know? And then we get this glorious moment of horror by I think by this voice actress was part of what sold it to me. Yeah. Oh shit, something I've always been able to hear and actually love. Poof. And then we save her, which is great. Yeah. And your actual wish was not just the flowers, but the thing that they can do for everyone else. Yeah. Yeah. And then we very literally break through, light comes in, girl is saved. Nicely done. Goodbye, Muto. And then Muto's really shattering, which is real weird. And then Pop, hi, I'm Clara. I'm here to fuck everything. Whee! And then to double triple fuck everything by saying this, which is, again, it's a really smart play by the Roo. It's a pretty smart play. Yeah. I will say that once we get a little bit later here to this conversation, I am proud of Fakir for, like, asking this question. And I'm also kind of proud of Ahiru for having the emotional maturity to admit that, yes, yeah, man, a little bit pissed. I feel like that's important, and it's cute, and I feel like a lot of shows would use this as an opportunity for, like, a hiding stuff from each other, sort of a lesson that takes, like, 2 episodes to unfold, where, Fakir is now in the doghouse because he didn't tell her, and Ahiru is not being honest about why she's giving him the cold shoulder until something happens, and eventually they get to the point where she's like, you're right, I was actually pissed at you, and now I've compounded it and made this whole relationship toxic by, like, not telling you that when I had the opportunity to. It just feels like that's the plot line that I've seen many times, and I'm glad we're not doing it. It is appreciated. Good Tutu. And, yeah, I don't know about this, man. I really love your optimism, Ahiru, but I don't know if he'll just get better, from the soul poison that is inside his heart space. It might not happen that way. But we'll see. We could always hope, or, we could go fight some stuff and prevent him from sacrificing one of our peers to an ancient raven deity. Yeah, let's do the latter part. Or we could just hope, and, like, maybe something else will happen, and somebody else will save the day. It'll be great. Alright, this has been an episode of Princess Tutu. I would like to know who did all of the staff things for this episode, because it feels like a really weird episode in certain ways, and I'd like to try and put that into some kind of logical framework that I can make sense of in my brain. Alright. Okay. Right. Okay. Some interesting things. This is the first episode that is scripted by one Rika Nakase, who will then go on to script a couple more episodes in the show. But this is the first of Rika's work that we're seeing. And Rika has done like a lot of script writing for some pretty big shows. All of the scenario writing for iShield 21, a bunch of script for Bleach, Higurashi stuff, Kyosogiga stuff, bunch of things, whole ton of things. Cool, great. I mean, I have my gripes with the just some of the writing in the episode feels a little bit funky. Just some of the narrative decisions and framing seem a little bit funky. This episode was storyboarded by Kyoko Sayama, who we've talked about multiple times before, and does the storyboarding pretty darn good. And it was directed by Tatsufumi Ito. Wait, what? Passes away? Oh, okay. Who passed away on July 1st, 2020, apparently. Oh. But, Tatsufumi Ito is the person who's under the name Tatsufumi Tamagawa, who also did the direction of season 1 of Symphogear, which is the big thing that is our recognition point. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. Shit, man, I don't remember if I read that news about Tatsufumi Ito previously. I may have. I may just be, like, again grieving for something that I've already grieved over, but fuck, that hits a little bit different. Oh, alright. Yeah. Did not mean to leave on that note. This has been an episode of Princess Tutu. Pretty simple one in terms of the core serialized narrative, and in confirming, in my mind, that this whole, like, Muto's gonna find somebody, they're gonna get obsessed with Muto, and then he's gonna try and steal their soul through some machinations, while there's this underlying, like, Tutu's presence near Muto kind of snaps him out of it, but not enough, going on. So, cool. I guess that's our cycle. Interdasting. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it there. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Princess Tutu episode 16. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope to catch you next week for episode 17. See you there. Peace.